Hi everyone, so I wanted to go over my August budget, and if you hear anything in the background, it's my fridge. So let's go ahead and get started. So for August, the income that I'm gonna get in August is it's like a low estimate because I'm going to start getting my 4% deducted for my, I think it's 457B retirement account with my employer. And I looked it up. In a 457B, you can actually withdraw from it before you hit the 59 and a half retirement age without getting it deducted. And I didn't know that. I just thought it was the same thing as a 401k. So that was good to learn. And I did it because I paid off my roof for the house, so that freed up some cash flow. And because the employer offers a 4% match, and I just want to start taking advantage of that. Sorry, the tripod's in the way. Okay, so for the estimate, it's $1,400. ADT is always $49.99. The first ones are always the same. Phone is $133.06. It pays for my sister, my dad's, and mine's, and Netflix. Warranty is $55. I mainly keep it because my house is old and it covers AC and the heater, and yeah, I just want those covered mainly. Some plumbing. I think I'm gonna need to call the plumber for my shower. Internet is $29.99 with Spectrum. Spotify is $9.99. Gasoline, I always put at 100. If I spend less, which I have been doing lately, I spend like $50 a month really, or less. So the other extra I put into my car maintenance fund, or what I'm thinking of doing is just putting it towards my car loan. Groceries, I upped it to 200. It used to be 150 for a while, maybe like 3 months. But 200 kind of allows me to go to Costco and spend extra on Costco. I really like Costco because I buy fruit and veggies in bulk, and you might think they go bad, but when you keep them in the fridge, especially like kale and stuff, if you put a paper towel, the kale or whatever it is lasts for a long time. So I could go maybe 2 to 3 weeks with what I buy in Costco. And of course they have dry goods, organic ketchup. They have organic ketchup I would buy at Sprouts for like $2 to $3. And at Costco I could buy the really big ones. And people have gone on, I've seen videos saying that the ketchup goes bad. It does not go bad. You just keep it in the fridge. For goodness sake, we used to keep it in the cabinets, and we would keep that ketchup for like 5-6 months at my parents' house. It tastes the same, honestly. Yeah, I douse my vegan burgers with ketchup, but I also like mustard. Spending, I think I'm gonna keep at 20. I upped it to 40 for a little bit, but I'm just gonna keep it at 20. I calculated my real wage, you guys. It's pretty bad. Your real wage is basically calculating what you earn per hour minus. Some jobs don't require that you buy business attire, and some jobs do. So those extra, like in my job, business attire, I have to look somewhat decent. So to be honest, if I didn't have my job, the job that I had, my clothing budget pretty much would be zero. But I guess that's with every job, right? Anyway, so yeah, my real wage is pretty bad because my job requires a car, and it also requires that you look half decent. Even though most of the time I look half decent, it's not the full half. But yeah, utilities is $80. So I treat these are my variable expenses. These are my set. The ones in blue are my sinking funds. Utilities are kind of like a bill, but they vary. So I treat it like a sinking fund, and I put in $80 for utilities every month. AAA, I put in $11 every month. Car insurance is $105. I have it with Geico. Car registration, I estimated $22. I tried finding what I paid for my car registration renewal this year and I just couldn't find it. YNAB is $7. It's the application that I use to track all my expenses. And it's pretty good. I really like it. Link down below, link down below. Car maintenance, I either want to put 30 or 40. I should put 30 because I'm like budgeting like normal. I mean, usually I budget $18.70 per paycheck, $18.90. And here I am putting $30 on car maintenance when I should be putting 20 maybe. So let's just do this really quick because I might be going over some things. So mortgage $1,400 minus all that stuff. So the other day, my mom told me that relatives have been in contact with someone with COVID. So a couple of them had to get tested, and I think we're still waiting on that. And it's really worrying me because my parents, I've been telling them to deny those said relatives in their home. Also, my sister lives with them and she works at a grocery store. So I've just been telling them to be extra careful because both my parents have chronic illnesses. So I kind of want my mom to come live with me, and I want her to come in with my nephew because my sister works. And then I was like, another plan of action would be if my sister just quit her job and then everyone comes live with me. So my sister, my mom, and my nephew. And I almost cried because I was very grateful. Like, I'm not living the high life, you know, but I was very grateful to know that I could give them that option. And in my job, I still have to go in to work. Most of the time they do offer telework. And then I still have to go out into the community as well. But we take our precautions. I think we're pretty, it's okay as long as we're being cautious, you know? So it's amazing being able to give them that option, but we're still kind of seeing what's gonna happen. Thing is, I want to put in $10. So minus 10, minus electronics $10. Giving is always 40, and gifts, I kind of bring it down to 30, 40. But I feel bad bringing it down to 30. So 40 is for your gifts. Medical and dental, another 40. Home, I like putting away $200. It just feels safe for me because, again, my home is old. I live in California, by the way. Toiletries is $10. Roth IRA, I like to put $100 away. I treat it like a sinking fund because I'm actually not putting it in my Roth, even though I could, because Roth IRA you could take out without penalties, but I don't want to get to that point. I'm just putting this away so that by the time I have my fully funded emergency fund of 3 months of expenses, I also have to decide a big chunk to put into my Roth IRA for this year. And of course, if there's an emergency, then I have the convenience of taking the money from the Roth IRA account because I still have it in my savings. So this is, I'm just going to keep it, I just keep it to the side until I'm set with my emergency fund, and then I'll go ahead and invest it. It's kind of what puts my mind at ease, you know, when you're saving or paying off debt, you always have that bad feeling in the back of your head, like I could be investing, blah, blah, blah. Anywho, so for my auto loan, my payment is $298.66. I was planning on putting an extra $200 to the car loan every month, but right now, because of what's going on with my family and the health of my family, I just want to be in a position where I can help if I can. And the best way to help, money gives you guys options. So $298.66 on a $298.31. Wait, what am I doing? My emergency fund. I plan to put away $598.31. Hopefully it's more. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have started that deduction for the 4%, but I think I'll be okay. Without the deduction, I might have had maybe like $200 extra towards this, so $798. We'll see. My emergency fund right now is like at almost $2,000. Plus, I'm a month ahead in my bills. So that's like total $5,000 extra. And I want to get ahead $8,000. So I have $3,000 to go. I think it's alright. We'll just leave it at that. The income's very variable right now because sometimes I do overtime. Sometimes I add on deductions like the retirement account that I'm going to start again. Auto loan is $298.66, you guys, for my auto loan. I'm planning on refinancing it if at this point I'm not going to be going crazy with paying off my auto loan. I finance it with my credit union. Right now their interest rate is 2.89 for a used car. So that's pretty good. And if I refinance it, if I refinance it, I won't want to pay it off that fast. But I will save a lot in interest either way, whether I pay it off fast or not. And I will be paying it off earlier than the original. Anywho, suffice it to say, the auto loan is not a huge big deal to me. I'm not underwater. Worst case scenario, I could sell the car or trade it in. I'm good enough where I can trade it in and I'd be fine. And I could use my old used car that I used to have that I gave to my dad, because he has all these other cars. Pretty old, but he still has those other cars. So I have thought of a worst case scenario. I could sell the vehicle. Anyway, so that's a lot of babbling. I think I'm all done. This income is really gonna go to September. My September budget, because I am a month ahead. So this plan is kind of for September, but I'm using my August pay. So I just put August budget. We're gonna be in August for simplicity's sake. And that's what I'm gonna do.